Hey Aries, come sit with me for a moment because I just did a reading for you, and honestly, the energy coming through right now is something you really need to hear. I pulled 6 cards, and each one of them is telling such a specific story about what you need to know right now, especially when it comes to taking that leap and showing the world who you really are. So grab your coffee or tea or whatever you need and let me walk you through what the cards are saying. Before I dive into the first card, I just want to say that this reading has such a powerful energy of timing and action. Like the universe is literally tapping you on the shoulder saying, hey, the moment is now, not later. And I know as an Aries, you probably feel that restlessness inside, that urge to move forward, but maybe something has been holding you back. The cards are going to reveal exactly what that is, and more importantly, how you break through. So the first card I pulled for you is the Knight of Pentacles, and you know what? When I saw this card, I had to pause because this is not the kind of energy we usually associate with Aries, right? You are fire. You are speed. You are action. Now. But this knight is asking you to slow down just a bit and really think about the foundation you are building. This card is all about steady progress and careful planning. The Knight of Pentacles rides slowly but surely toward his goal, and he never takes shortcuts because he knows that anything worth having requires dedication and patience. What this means for you specifically in this moment is that there is something you have been wanting to launch or show to the world. Maybe it is a creative project or a new direction in your career or even a side business you have been thinking about. But here's the thing. You have been so focused on just getting it out there that you might not have taken the time to really solidify the details. The Knight of Pentacles is saying that success is coming, but it requires you to be methodical about it. I know that word might make you cringe a little because methodical feels slow and you want things yesterday, but trust me on this. Think about it like building a house. You cannot just throw up walls and call it done. You need a solid foundation. You need to make sure the electrical works, the plumbing is right, everything is in its proper place. That is what this card is asking you to do with whatever you are preparing to present to the world. Take the time to review your plans, double-check your resources, make sure you have covered all your bases. This is not about being scared or overthinking. It is about being smart and strategic. The Knight of Pentacles also brings this energy of reliability and trustworthiness. When you do finally show up and present your work or your idea or whatever it is you have been preparing, people are going to see that you did your homework. They are going to respect the fact that you took this seriously and put in the real work. And in a world where everyone is rushing to be first, being thorough and dependable is actually what sets you apart. There is also this message about financial stability that comes with this card. Whatever you are working on has the potential to bring you steady income or resources, but only if you handle it responsibly. Do not rush into spending money you do not have yet or making promises you cannot keep. Be conservative with your estimates, be realistic about timelines, and make sure every step you take is sustainable. The Knight of Pentacles does not gamble. He invests wisely. And right now, that is the energy you need to channel. I also want you to pay attention to how you are showing up physically in your work or in this project. Are you taking care of your health? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating properly? Because this knight understands that sustained effort requires a strong body and a clear mind. You cannot manifest your goals if you are burnt out or running on empty. So part of preparing to show the world what you have got is making sure you are in the best possible condition to deliver it. Now let me move to the second card, which is Strength, and oh my goodness, this card makes so much sense right after the Knight of Pentacles. Because while the Knight is teaching you about patience and preparation, Strength is reminding you that you absolutely have what it takes to do this. You have the inner power, the courage, the resilience. But here is what is interesting about the Strength card. It is not about brute force or aggression. It is about gentle power, about controlling yourself and your impulses, about mastering your own fears and doubts. Look at the traditional image of this card. You have got a woman gently closing the mouth of a lion. She is not fighting the lion. She is not running from it. She is calmly and lovingly taming it. That lion represents your own raw energy, your passion, your fire as an Aries. And sometimes that fire can feel overwhelming, right? Sometimes you might feel like you want to charge ahead so badly that it almost becomes destructive because you are impatient with the process. Strength is saying you need to work with your natural intensity, not against it, but also not let it consume you. What this means practically is that when you feel that urge to rush or to force things or to get frustrated because things are not moving as fast as you want, you need to take a breath and redirect that energy. Channel it into focused effort instead of scattered action. Use your passion to fuel your dedication rather than letting it make you reckless. This is about emotional mastery. This is about knowing when to push and when to pause. I also feel like strength is speaking to a situation where you might need to stand your ground or defend your ideas when you do present them to the world. Not everyone is going to understand your vision right away, and some people might even challenge you or try to discourage you. But this card is telling you that you have the inner fortitude to handle that. You do not need to get defensive or aggressive. You just need to stand firmly in your truth and trust that what you have to offer is valuable. Your confidence, when it comes from a place of inner knowing rather than ego, is magnetic. There is also this beautiful message about self-discipline that comes through with strength. It takes real courage to delay gratification, to do the boring necessary work, to stick with something even when it is not exciting anymore. And that is what you are being called to do right now. Show the world that you are not just someone with great ideas. You are someone who can follow through with great execution. That requires taming the part of you that wants instant results and instead committing to the long game. Strength also relates to your relationship with yourself during this time. How are you talking to yourself when things get hard? Are you being your own cheerleader or your own worst critic? This card is reminding you to be compassionate with yourself, to acknowledge that growth and success take time, and to celebrate the small wins along the way. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. And when you approach challenges with patience and self-love rather than frustration and self-judgment, you become unstoppable. The third card I pulled is the Page of Cups, and this one brings such a beautiful, fresh energy to the reading. After all that talk about patience and discipline, the Page of Cups is reminding you not to lose your sense of wonder and creativity in the process. This is a card about new emotional beginnings, about approaching life with curiosity and openness, about staying connected to your intuition and your dreams. The Page of Cups often appears when there is a message coming to you from your inner self or from the universe. It might come as a sudden inspiration, a feeling, a dream, or even through something someone says to you that just clicks. Pay attention to those moments of clarity because they are guiding you toward what you need to show the world. This card is saying that what makes your offering special is not just the technical skill or the strategic planning, it is the heart and soul you put into it. It is the authentic emotional truth that comes through. For you as an Aries, this might feel a bit uncomfortable because you are so action-oriented and the Page of Cups is asking you to slow down and feel. But here is why this is important right now. Whatever you are preparing to share needs to resonate emotionally with people. It needs to touch something real in them. And you cannot do that if you are only focused on the external results. You have to be willing to be vulnerable, to share your true feelings and perspectives, to let people see the real you behind whatever you are creating. The Page of Cups also speaks to beginner's mind. Even if you have experience in your field, approach this new phase with fresh eyes. Be willing to learn, to experiment, to play. Some of your best ideas are going to come when you are not trying so hard, when you let yourself explore without worrying about whether it is perfect or marketable. Give yourself permission to be creative just for the sake of creativity sometimes. That is where the magic happens. There is also a message here about emotional intelligence and connection. When you do present yourself or your work to the world, people are going to respond to your authenticity. They want to feel something. They want to connect with the human behind the project. So do not be afraid to share your story, your why, your journey. Let people in emotionally, and you will create much deeper and more meaningful engagement than if you just focus on the facts and figures. I also feel like the Page of Cups is encouraging you to pay attention to your dreams and your intuition during this preparation phase. You might get ideas or insights that come to you in unexpected ways. Maybe you wake up with a sudden realization about how to approach something, or you have a gut feeling about a direction you should take. Trust those hits. Your intuition is particularly strong right now, and it is trying to guide you toward the most aligned path forward. Now we move to the fourth card, and this is the Magician. And honestly, when I pulled this, I got chills because this is such a powerful card of manifestation and skill. The Magician stands at his table with all four suits of the tarot in front of him, representing all the tools and resources he needs. He has one hand pointing to the sky and one pointing to the earth, showing that he can bring spiritual vision into physical reality. As above, so below. This is a card that says you have everything you need right now to make your vision happen. What I love about the Magician appearing in your reading is that it confirms you are not lacking anything. You have the skills, the knowledge, the resources, the connections. Everything you need is already within your reach. But here is the key. You have to actively use what you have. The magician is not passive. He is not waiting for someone to give him permission or for conditions to be perfect. He takes action with confidence and intention. For you specifically, this card is saying it is time to step into your power and own what you know. Stop downplaying your abilities or waiting until you feel more ready. You are ready now. You have accumulated so much knowledge and experience, and the universe is saying, okay, it is time to put all of that to work. Show people what you can do. Demonstrate your expertise. Be bold in claiming your space. The Magician is also a card of communication, and I feel like this is particularly relevant for how you present yourself to the world. Your words matter. How you articulate your vision, how you pitch your ideas, how you explain your value, all of that is going to make a huge difference. So think carefully about your messaging. What do you want people to understand about you and your work? What is the core message you want to communicate? Get clear on that and then practice delivering it with confidence and clarity. There is also this energy of innovation and originality with the Magician. You are not here to copy what everyone else is doing. You are here to bring something new to the table. Trust your unique approach even if it seems unconventional. Actually, especially if it seems unconventional. The world does not need another version of what already exists. It needs your specific flavor and perspective. The Magician reminds you that your individuality is your greatest asset. I also want to talk about the manifestation aspect of this card because it is huge. The Magician teaches that manifestation is not just about thinking positive thoughts. It is about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions toward a clear goal. So if you want to successfully show the world what you have got, you need to make sure all parts of you are pointed in the same direction. Your mind needs to believe it is possible. Your words need to speak it into existence, and your actions need to back it up. When all three are aligned, that is when real magic happens. The fifth card is Ace of Swords, and this is the breakthrough card I was waiting for. The Ace of Swords represents mental clarity, truth, new ideas, and cutting through confusion. It is that moment when everything suddenly makes sense, when you can see the path forward clearly, when you know exactly what needs to be said or done. This card is telling you that you are about to have or you recently had a major realization about how to present yourself and your work in a way that really lands. The Ace of Swords is all about truth and authenticity. When you speak your truth clearly and directly, when you stop trying to be diplomatic or please everyone and just say what needs to be said, that is when people really listen. This card is encouraging you to be honest and straightforward in how you communicate. Do not sugarcoat, do not hide behind jargon or vague language. Say it like it is. People respect clarity, and they respond to it. There is also a message here about cutting away what is not working. Maybe you have been holding on to certain ideas or approaches that you know deep down are not serving you. The Ace of Swords is giving you permission to release those. Cut the dead weight. Simplify your message. Focus on what really matters and let go of everything else. Sometimes we think more is better, but often less is more powerful. What is the core of what you want to say? Strip everything back to that essential truth. I also feel like this card is about intellectual confidence. You know your stuff. You have done the research. You understand your field. You have valuable insights to share. So stop second-guessing yourself. Trust your mental faculties. Trust your analysis and your reasoning. When you present your ideas, do it with the confidence of someone who knows what they are talking about. That does not mean being arrogant. It means being secure in your knowledge. The Ace of Swords can also indicate that communication is going to be key to your breakthrough. Maybe you need to have an important conversation, send that email you have been putting off, make that phone call, publish that post. Whatever it is, the time to communicate is now. The energy is right for your words to be received and understood. Do not hold back out of fear or self-doubt. Speak up and speak clearly. There is also an element of mental breakthrough with this card. If you have been feeling stuck or confused about something, that fog is lifting. You are going to gain clarity about what you need to do next, and once you see it clearly, you will wonder why you did not see it before. That is the gift of the Ace of Swords. It cuts through the mental clutter and reveals the truth that was always there. Finally, the sixth card I pulled is Six of Wands, and this is the victory card. This is the card of public recognition, of success, of being celebrated for your achievements. The Six of Wands shows someone riding through town on a horse, holding a wand with a victory wreath, while people around them cheer and celebrate. This is the card that says yes. When you do show the world what you have got, you are going to be recognized and appreciated for it. What I love about this card appearing at the end of your reading is that it shows the outcome of everything we have been talking about. When you take your time to build a solid foundation like the Knight of Pentacles, when you master your inner power like strength, when you stay connected to your heart like the Page of Cups, when you use all your skills like the Magician, and when you communicate with clarity like the Ace of Swords, the result is the Six of Wands. The result is success and recognition. But here is what is important to understand about this card. It is not just about external validation, although that is certainly part of it. The Six of Wands is about feeling proud of yourself, feeling confident in what you have accomplished, knowing that you gave it your best and that your best was good enough. It is about self-recognition as much as public recognition. And that is a beautiful place to be. This card is telling you that people are going to respond positively to what you put out there. Your work is going to resonate, your message is going to land, your efforts are going to be rewarded, but you have to actually put yourself out there for that to happen. The Six of Wands does not come to people who play small or hide their light. It comes to those who are willing to be visible, to take up space, to say, here I am and here is what I have to offer. There is also a leadership quality to the Six of Wands. When you step into your power and share your gifts, you inspire other people to do the same. You become a role model whether you intend to or not. People see your courage and your success and they think if they can do it, maybe I can too. So understand that what you are doing is not just about you, it is about the ripple effect you create by being brave enough to show up fully. The Six of Wands also suggests that you might receive some form of public acknowledgement. Maybe it is an award, a testimonial, a feature, a promotion, positive reviews, social media engagement, whatever form it takes in your situation. But people are going to take notice, and they are going to let you know that they see you and they appreciate what you are bringing. Allow yourself to receive that recognition graciously. You have earned it. I also want to mention that this card often appears when someone has overcome obstacles or doubts to achieve their goal. So all those fears you have been having, all that imposter syndrome, all those moments of wondering if you are good enough or if this is going to work, the Six of Wands is saying you are about to prove all of those doubts wrong. You are good enough. It is going to work, and you are going to have the evidence to show for it. So Aries, let me tie this all together for you because the message from these 6 cards is so clear and so powerful. You are in a preparation phase right now where you need to be strategic and thorough like the Knight of Pentacles. You need to master your own energy and impulses like strength. You need to stay connected to your authentic emotional truth like the Page of Cups. You need to own your skills and take action like the Magician. You need to communicate with clarity and cut through the noise like the Ace of Swords. And when you do all of that, the result is the Six of Wands. Success and recognition. The timing feels really significant. This is not something that is going to happen in the distant future. This is happening now. You are right on the verge of something big. All the pieces are coming together. Everything you have been working on, everything you have been preparing for, it is about to pay off. But you have to trust the process and you have to trust yourself. I know it can feel scary to put yourself out there, to be visible, to risk being judged or rejected. But the cards are showing that the risk is worth it. What you have to offer is valuable and needed, and the world is ready for it. More importantly, you are ready for it even if you do not feel completely ready. Sometimes you just have to take the leap and trust that you will figure it out as you go. One thing I want to emphasize is that quality matters more than speed right now. Do not rush just to say you did it. Take the time to do it right, to do it well, to do it in a way you can be proud of. The Knight of Pentacles and Strength are both asking you for patience and discipline. And I know that is not your favorite energy as an Aries, but trust me, it is what is going to set you apart and ensure your success is sustainable rather than fleeting. Also, remember to stay true to yourself throughout this process. The Page of Cups and the Magician are both reminding you that your authenticity is your superpower. Do not try to be what you think people want or what you think will be successful. Be yourself. Share your truth. Trust your unique gifts. That is what is going to create real connection and lasting impact. And when the recognition and success come, as the Six of Wands promises they will, receive it with grace and humility. Let it fuel you to continue growing and contributing. Let it remind you that you are on the right path, but do not let it define you. Your worth is not dependent on external validation. You are already enough just as you are. I hope this reading gives you the clarity and confidence you need to move forward. The cards are really rooting for you, Aries. The universe is supporting you. All you have to do is take that next step and show the world what you have got. You are ready. The time is now.